Okay, everyone, thanks for joining us today for our MAP growth test training, which was wonderfully put together by a former teacher of ours, Jai. So, what is MAP growth? Well, MAP actually stands for Measure of Academic Progress, and it's an important tool in the educational landscape for several reasons, each contributing to a more nuanced understanding of student performance and learning needs. So, here are some major reasons why we're giving out this test. First is adaptive testing, meaning that the difficulty of the questions adjusts based on the student's performance. And this allows for a more accurate measurement of a student's abilities across a range of topics rather than assessing what they should know at a particular grade level. It also provides diagnostic insights. The test provides us information as educators to identify specific areas where a student is struggling or excelling, and it also enables targeted instructions, thereby optimizing the learning process. It provides longitudinal data in addition to equity in assessment. And it also focuses on a data driven decision making process where we can use it to recognize a cornerstone of effective educational practice. So, the table of contents, we will be going over the schedule, creating a test, starting, resuming, and ending a test. And we will also be providing any suggestions. And I've also allotted and allocated time for a question and answer after the video. So let's move on to slide number four, the scheduling, and slide five. It will take place Thursday, September 28th, and Tuesday, October 2nd, during the strategic reading classes. And students will be taking this test second and third period, meaning that they will be heading towards their third period. Please encourage students to take their time. Absent students will take the assessments the following week. And here is a link to the test schedule and room assignments from previous assignments. More information will be provided in regard to the logistics portion if you have more students and laptops available. Please do not let your students take the test on your desktop due to privacy of information. Now, creating a test. All strategic reading period teachers create a test session for their students by logging into the MAP Growth Administration site using your DOE account. And you're going to select Manage Test Sessions on the left and select Test My Class. So let me show you what that looks like. So here we're prompted to sign in with our DOE account. Okay. Okay, and then you're gonna just enter your two-step verification, which will be sent to your secondary email. All right. So what you're gonna do is you will click here, Map Growth. Click here, and then the next process is you will click on the Manage Test Sessions. Here you will find students to test, and you can enter students' name and click search. Uh, I've actually, well, let's see. For example, I'm going to type in a student we all know and love, and I can add Alex Garcia to my test. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save a session. Now, do not click test now. If you click test now before saving your session name will auto generate. So, for example, it will show you an auto generated session name such as Brisk 6480. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a very simple session name. We're going to try to avoid any capitalizations or it says it's prompting us not to use any characters. Uh, so what I chose to do is choose my first two initials WL, and I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna add WLEE 517. Now you can choose any numbers or letters to your choosing. And I'm gonna save and exit. Now I'm gonna find students to test. Now you can actually click test my class. I'm sorry. So what I actually did was I kind of created a session. So we see here WL517 and my password is 5790. You'll notice that on the left of the screen, or I guess depending on how you see it, you see 7614 on this side of the screen. That was my original password. But every time you end the session and restart the session, it will change your password. So just be aware of that. And then you're gonna click select manage test sessions, select show next to saved testing sessions, and select a test session and select test now. The Proctor console will appear. If test now is not available, a test session may already be open. Select return to testing in the upper right and end the open session. And a link to a video demonstration has been provided for you for your accommodation. Now, what you'll do is you'll distribute the session name and password. Direct students to the testing site test.mnwea.org. And previous in our previous session, this link was sent to the student's DOE email. And on students' testing devices, guide the students through the login process. And so the students will click test.mpnwea.org and they'll enter the session name and password. So, for instance, for my class, the students will enter WL517 and the password at the moment is 5790. Again, the passwords change every time you end and restart the session. So this was my first password. Now, students will encounter this pop-up window, which will block them from accessing the test. But don't worry, you don't have to be alarmed. All you have to do is click the pop-up block and just click always show. And once you do that, you can actually refresh. From here on, the students will choose their name. So, for example, for Alex, it would be Alex Garcia. They will select the test, growth, reading, 6 plus NY 2017. And the students would wait um, for you to confirm their information. So as you can see here, I've actually practiced this with our beloved Alex. And the second screen, it should show, please wait for the proctor to confirm your information. So you know what, let me go ahead and show you that step-by-step process. What would happen if I decided to click on. Okay, so here we see the pop-up. We're just gonna click always allow. Okay. Um, I'm using Firefox now, but previously I used Google Chrome. We're going to click options, allow pop-up test for the test. Okay, and I'm going to click, what was our session name? WL517. And my current password, let me see what my current password is. Well, now it's going to be a new password, actually. No, I'm sorry. It's, yeah, 5790. Okay, so 5790. And they have to choose their name. Just a fair warning, because some of the laptops or the Chromebooks are touchscreen, they might accidentally choose the wrong test and click go right away. Um, Please be vigilant about that. Make sure they select the correct testing. So, for example, reading 6 plus NY 2017. They're going to check yes, and it says, please wait for the proctor to confirm your information. Now, on the proctor side, what you would do is you would press refresh. And here we see Alex Garcia to be confirmed. You're going to press confirm. Action needed to continue test. Let's say, okay, done. Okay, and just give it a couple seconds, and then the student will be prompted to begin their test. And it says here, you are confirmed to start the test. Okay. And as you noticed, most of these choices are multiple choice questions because uh, they're all selection questions. Here is just a review of what the whole process will look like. The top corner, not the corner, the top of the screen is the student interface, and below the screen is the Proctor console and what you would see. So make sure to refresh page after the student has confirmed that all the information is correct, and then you can confirm to allow the student to begin taking the test. Here is an example of my student list. I've manually added these students. You might be able to bypass this if you know your literacy code, but if not, just you can add the student's last name and select the correct students that belong in your third period class, or the student list, the students that you're responsible for proctoring. Now, when a student rapid guesses multiple times, the test automatically pauses and an alert soon appears on the Proctor console. And this can even happen to students that are not even rushing through the test, but they're just fast readers and test takers. Um, all you have to do is click resume, and it'll allow the students to resume taking the test. But for those that are just guessing, there is a safety mechanism put in place. So in order to prevent students from just rapidly guessing, because we want to accurately assess our students to see what they know and what they don't know. Now, on the Proctor console, you're going to select End Testing Session. If students are still testing, a prompt shows that those tests will become suspended. Select Yes, End Testing Session. And this will allow you to revisit the test and restart it for students that may need uh, more time beyond the 2 hours. And it's important for them to finish the test, because if they don't finish the test, then you won't be able to get a complete result. So let's see here. I'm gonna end session. I'll show you on my end. We're gonna end session here. Yes, end testing session. Please do not delete session. We're just gonna save and exit. And if you click on the save testing session, you'll be able to revisit the sessions that you have created. So WL517, this was my original the dry run that I had before I started recording, and W Lee 517 was the one that I created for you all on the spot. Again, this is just an example. It shows that the password will change for students. Okay, now some suggestions. Please show students this video about the MAP growth test. It's very important that they take this seriously, because we want to have the most accurate assessment in order to place students in the correct literacy classes. And that way we can provide the necessary supports that they need. Make sure you have their login information ready, and you can also use a practice test. And this is the practice test. You can do a dry run. We'll By the end of this PD, all of you will practice doing a dry run, just so you can see if there's any hiccups, or if there's any obstacles that might be hindering you from uh, facilitating a successful assessment. Now, in order to create an optimal testing environment, we don't want students to walk up, talk to their friends, or go on YouTube. What I did was, in the previous assessment, I incentivized students by allowing them the opportunity to receive 100% on an exam grade, especially for STARI, by meeting the expectations that I outlined. So 25 points. Students completed the test by the end of the period or Thursday if necessary. This was last year, so it would be, I guess, what, Thursday and Tuesday. The second component: students tried their best and did not guess the answers by rapidly clicking any answer. Um, the third component would be students were quiet and were respectful during the time that the testing was proctored. The student did not cheat and was only looking at his or her own screen. And feel free to modify this, but you're free to intrinsically or extrinsically motivate them in any way to adhere to the proper test procedures. Now, both new and old students may not know or remember their email and password, so it's easier if you have a list already made just in case students need to reference it. And you can click on the link that Mr. Jackson has prepared for us, the HSCI student information. Uh, if I click on this link, what you can do is, I'm pretty sure many of you do know this, but if you don't, you're going to press Control and F at the same time. And as you can see, you can search for anything within the Google Sheet. So I'm going to type in, let's say, Alex Garcia. You know, um, it might be best to type last names first. And here I have Alex Garcia. And here I can just copy and paste the DOE Gators and the password that corresponds to their email. So when you have a list like this, you don't waste time searching through the HSCI student information. You already compiled a list of all the emails and passwords that's readily accessible to you. So I highly suggest doing this. And it might even be good practice to create something like this for your attendance or even your grade book. So this is what I have for all my classes, and this is also a great way for you to just copy and paste um, if you have to send a mass email. Okay, any questions and answers? I'll take questions, and here are some links that you can reference if you need additional help. And thank you for staying while coming to this presentation. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.